Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for quarterfinal matchup number 2 here in the 2026 ACC playoffs. It's the number 3 ranked Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking on the number 6 Georgetown University Hoyas. This is going to be a great matchup. It's Georgia Tech's first season in the ACC, Carter. First of all, introductions. I'm Sterling Caligars here with Carter Daniels. But yes, Georgia Tech's first season in the ACC. They have not taken on this Georgetown team before. Very successful at the ACC Fall Classic, though, going 2-0-1 there in January. What do you think it's like for Tech playing in their first ever postseason here in the ACC?
Well, a lot of familiar opponents. Obviously we've played our fair share of in-conference games, but a lot of these teams are familiar between the ACC and the SEC. Play a lot of hockey down south, and it's great to play a new squad. 100%. Georgetown, always nice to play a new team, see what the matchup is like. Looking forward to this one.
Yep, as am I, as we all are here. Let's break down the two teams quickly. Georgetown comes into this one with 12 games played in the ACC with a 7-3-2 record. They sit in second place in the Capital Division with 22 points, 8 points behind St. Joseph's in first with a perfect 10-0 record for first in the conference. They're also in the same division with GWU and Princeton. ACC Fall Classic took a 5-1 loss to ECU, but followed up with a 2-1 shootout win against Richmond, and then fell just short in a 3-2 shootout loss the next day against Virginia. Now for Georgia Tech, as we said, first season in the ACC, 10 games played, 7-0-3 record for first place in the Georgia division with 24 points. They're in that division. ECU sits with 18, Duke with 4. At the Fall Classic for the Yellow Jackets, it was a 10-4 win against Princeton, a 5-2 victory against George Washington, and then fell just short in the shootout, a 3-2 loss against UNC Charlotte. Now, although these teams have not played each other yet, they have a few common opponents. We touched on the ECU matchup already. Now, for Georgetown, they suffered a 5-1 loss against the Pirates. Georgia Tech with a 3-2 overtime loss there at the outdoor game in Charlotte at Truist Field. George Washington, 4-3 overtime loss, and then 8-3 win for Georgetown over GWU. For Georgia Tech, it was a 5-2 win. And then Princeton, 11-5 win, and then 9-2 win for Georgetown as compared to a 10-4 win for Georgia Tech. Now, Carter, do you want to walk us through a couple key players for Georgetown?
Sure thing. Georgetown's top scorer, Landon Wayne, with 10 goals, 14 points, and 11 games played. So they'll be looking to feed him today, and then he is followed by number 4, Andrew Fu, I think it is? Yes, Fu, great, awesome, with 7 assists, 12 points, and 10 games played. So that'll be the duo for Georgetown. As we've seen, as far as the common opponents go, very similar scorers. You know, obviously these teams haven't met before, but I think we're in for a close game here, I would imagine, between the Yellow Jackets and the Hoyas.
Yep, closely ranked game, number 3 versus number 6. We just saw a thriller in number 4, Elon versus number 5, Richmond. Elon pulled away with a 3-2 victory after a power play goal on a 5-minute major halfway through the third period. Now, really quickly, some key players for Georgia Tech. It's hard to talk about this 25-26 Tech squad without bringing up their amazing top line. It all starts with Cullen Dorcas, an elite playmaker, graduating this semester from Tech. 28 points in 24 games played for Cullen Dorcas out of Chisago City, Minnesota. Jack Golick, to his right or left, depending on the game. He has been a phenomenal goal scorer. Last season's leading goal scorer for Tech, has 14 goals, 12 assists, 26 points in 23 games played. 21 years old, out of Gilbert, Illinois. Joining them this season, the final piece of the top line is a freshman sensation, Sawyer Howe, with 19 goals, 27 points in 20 games played. He's a 19-year-old out of Peachtree Corners, Georgia. We're about to get set here for the starting lineup and national anthem, so we'll take you down to that. Thank you for joining us here at the ACC quarterfinals. Puck drop coming up right next. Number 3, Georgia Tech about to get set with number 6, Georgetown, here for matchup number 2 of the ACC quarterfinals. Before we get set for puck drop, starting goaltenders here this morning for Georgia Tech. Ryan Graff comes into this game with a .368 GAA, .896 save percentage. A freshman goaltender out of Potomac, Maryland, has had some very strong performances as a rookie, including a 47 for 49 performance in his debut against Alabama and 51 for 53 in Game 1 against Auburn. On the other side of the sheet, Matthew Choi between the pipes for the Hoyas. He comes into this game with 7 games played, .393 GAA, .916 save percentage out of Boston, Massachusetts. This is a goaltender who comes up huge in big games, .963 and .952 save percentages in 2 games played versus number 2 UVA, and a .933 at the number 1 ranked ACC premier team, Rowan University. Georgia Tech and Georgetown now underway here at the ACC quarterfinals. Thank you all for joining us here this morning from Winston-Salem. Georgia Tech in the gold, moving left to right on your screen. Georgetown Hoyas in the navy, moving right to left. Georgia Tech going to start the play in their defensive zone, looking to hit up A.J. Degliumberto. This one ends up on the goal of Matthew Choi and played by Connor Lee. Banked off the wall. There's a shot from the left point. At the circle here, Georgetown looking to get a clear. Keegan Goodell back below the goal line. Goodell works it towards Zach Keschner as he'll hit up McLean Boyd. His shot blocked in front. It'll pop free to neutral ice with just 1 minute expired in the first period. Tapped into the far corner. First one to this is George Haynes for the Hoyas, and he'll connect it on the tape with Jamie Self, the captain of this Georgetown squad. Joshua Lee behind his own goal, up ahead there towards Jack Golick. Cullen Dorcas in his area as well, as he will pick it up for the Yellow Jackets. Some pressure, and Georgetown's one-timer blocked in front. I think that was Zach Schulman looking to pull the trigger. Behind the net, a centering feed. Pops free to the top of the circle. Blocked in front, high slot. Another block in front, and Golick will come away with it, but nice poke check. Still in control of the Hoyas with Matt Keane. They were looked to play it down low towards Jamie Self. Sawyer Howe off the skate of the referee. They look for the centering pass. A good poke check there. Dorcas there towards Howe. Could be an odd man rush. It's Sawyer Howe. Left circle across for Lee. And his shot gets deflected just wide on the glove side. Tech still in control, top of the circle. Goaltender without his stick. That's Levi Miller around the goal. Jack Golick chases after it. Sean O'Connor looking for the clear. Off a skate there, and it's George Haynes looking to bank it to safety. The Hoyas get a clear. They were looking to hit up Andrew Fu one-on-one. Agarwal takes a spill, and Fu's back on it. There's the feed, and Graff the save. A good look for the Hoyas there with 2.5 gone in the first. Landon Wayne back on it, plays it into that near corner. Around the end wall it goes. Agarwal will poke it ahead. Greg Steckel looking to tap it to Ethan Molnar, and he'll cross the red line, and now the blue. Cuts it back, and a nice swat of that one by Jack Alieri. And below the goal of Matthew Choi, the Hoyas look to break it out. It's Levi Miller back on it for Tech, was looking for Pranay Prasanna. Hoyas get it back with Alex Almeida. Almeida, a good poke check there from the Jackets. Prasanna's cross-ice feed hits up Greg Steckel. Steckel cuts to the slot. Choi the save, the rebound denied on Ethan Molnar. Now at the far corner, Prasanna looking to dig it free. A nice couple dekes there by the alternate captain, and some room down the wing for Landon Wayne. One-timer, rebound, and Graff makes the left pad stop. A couple of great saves early for the freshman netminder. Wayne back on it, stretches the ice here up the near wing. The pass a bit too far for Will Bystrom, and so it ends up with Matthew Shane. Shane's pass looking to chase after this is Chambliss. Back for Georgetown was Ben Epps. Some pressure there, and it'll pop free. Georgetown collects it. Offensive zone, and a chest save made by Graff on Petrick. Trying to work on this scoreboard here on the broadcast, but for now we've got 15:59 left in the first. Thank you all for your patience, and thank you for joining us here this morning on AAU Plus. Always an exciting time of the year, playoff hockey. Sean Connolly back for Tech, looks to slide it across. Choi the save. A good backhand attempt there with Shane and Connolly. Entering the zone, Anthony Petrick. At the left point now, pops free into neutral ice and back towards the zone. Sean Connolly looking to win it himself, gets tangled up. Connolly towards the net. No shot there, as there was a good back check from the Hoyas. They'll look to break it out from behind the net of Choi. Skate with it from right to left. Looking for an option, whiffing on the pass, and Zach Keschner takes a shot. Choi will pounce on the available puck and get it frozen. 15:08 left in the first. Early impressions of this one, Carter.
I mean, it's early. A lot of good offensive pressure from Georgia Tech. Georgetown's getting their chances too. Not as many shots on goal, but I think Georgetown needs to tighten up their defense a little bit, not give any turnovers in their defensive zone.
Yep, definitely agree with that. It's 5-3 Georgia Tech in terms of shots on goal. They look to power their way to the net, and the shot from the slot went wide on the blocker's side. Now Degliumberto will play dump and chase himself. Behind the net of Choi, looking to win this one is Jamie Self. A turnover to Keschner. He stays with it below the goal line. Keschner in front, looks for Goodell. The backhand stopped by Choi, and the rebound available. Levi Miller holds the line. Lets one go, and a pad stop. Rebound and a blocker save made on Keschner by Choi. Some great goaltending early from both of these netminders. Ryan Graff with a couple early saves. Matt Choi on the other end making it look easy as well. Keschner taps it into the zone. Starting the breakout here is Alex Almeida. The pass a bit too far for Andrew Fu. Ends up with Andrew Zhang for Tech, but a nice poke check from Jack Allieri. Zhang skating with this one up the far wing now. It's Levi Miller looking to bring it to safety for Tech, but back with Fu. Works to the goal line. Little Deke, the backhand shut down by Graff. And Golick looks to collect and clear. A shot, one-timer denied and held in the chest of Ryan Graff. So back and forth we go with these two offenses. Face-off coming up to the left of Graff here. It will be Cullen Dorcas against Andrew Fu for this draw. Fu wins it cleanly, top of the circle. A shot blocked by Golick as he looks to pick it up. To the line it goes, across. Almeida lets it go, and it went high there on Almeida's one-timer. Below the goal line, it's Fu, looks to center it. A backhand there from Jack Allieri, gets blocked and deflected aside. Fu reverses to Allieri, gets tied up by Aiden Roy, and at the half wall, they'll play it ahead to Cullen Dorcas. Dorcas across the center ice logo. He'll cut it back here and work down low to Sawyer Howe. Little Deke at the right circle, across to King, and now Roy. Roy plays it to the far corner, looks for someone available. That was Austin Markfa trying to get a clear, and they'll rim it around once more. Aiden Roy with two Hoyas there, as there's a feed from Alex Almeida right towards Landon Wayne. Bringing it ahead is Andrew Fu, as he'll look forwards towards Anthony Petrick. Joshua Lee looks to play it back into the zone once more with Almeida. Tie up for that puck as Lee tries the stick lift. Lee's going to dig it free momentarily, back with Dorcas. Sawyer Howe, and Choi held his post and made the stop. That is a man, if you're Georgetown, you do not want to let shoot the puck. Sawyer Howe, the leading goal scorer for Tech this season, 19 goals in 20 games played. And he's been hot against some ACC teams. Back at the Fall Classic, had a 5-goal game against the Princeton Tigers. Georgetown crossing the blue line here, laying the body. McLean Boyd down low, looking for a feed. They'll connect eventually and send it back to the far side. That was Connor Lee swinging it across. Steckel towards Molnar, and now back with Lee. Across the red, and a nice poke check from Ben Epps. Back the other way goes Will Bystrom, and a blocker save made by Graff. They work it to the right point. Little pump fake connecting in the slot. Now right circle, and a quick shot deflected wide. Off the boards, they'll get it to Connor Lee here at the right point. He'll cruise his way in, and a glove save made there by Graff. That was Connor Lee with that attempt. 4 points in 7 games played this season out of Toronto, Ontario. Looks like we've hit our first media timeout in this one. The shots on goal are listed as 9-5 in favor of Tech. But Carter, I feel like Georgetown has gotten some good offensive looks in the past couple minutes.
Yeah, they have good time in their offensive zone just then. I think, we'll be taking a face-off on our left side. I mean, the Georgia Tech left side.
Oh, my.
Yeah, great chances for them, but Graf is a hard man to get the puck past. He's had a great first year in his first collegiate season for Georgia Tech.
Yes. Now, for the ACC fans tuning in, of course, this is Georgia Tech's first season in the conference, so it might not be too familiar with the squad from past seasons. But last season, Georgia Tech's goaltender, Brendan Germano, was the captain of the Yellow Jackets team, consistently put up 50-plus save nights. He was the only goaltender on the roster. Tech was looking at the same situation this year with only one goalie they could find. It was Ryan Graf committing to Tech, deciding between GT and Duke. He mans the pipes for the Yellow Jackets. No backup on the roster. And as a freshman, he's filled in for Germano quite well. And Tech is very lucky to have him for the next few seasons. Joshua Lee starting the breakout for GT up the far side, showing off the speed a little bit.
And the physicality.
And the physicality.
Reverse hit along the courts.
Now this is a player who has always loved to join the rush. Coach Roberts has talked about, or Coach Roberts, the Georgia Tech coach, has talked about, this season Joshua Lee has really developed on the back end as well, not only developing his skill on the offense, but also reading the play well as a defenseman. Recently in the spring semester, he's shown off another level to his game, really getting physical. Of course, there's a highlight of his from this season with a huge hit at the Savannah Hockey Classic against Florida State.
I know
the
exactly what clip you're talking about. That was beautiful.
So keep an eye out for number 21 for Tech, 19 years old, out of St. Louis, Missouri. Georgetown looking to stretch the ice the other way. They'll get it with Matt Kane. Drop it off right circle. A stop by Graf. The rebound in the far corner. That was a good opportunity with Matt Kane. Banked off the glass. Kane will get it back and look to hit up an option here in Jamie Self, the captain. Cruising right in and backhand, forehand. Fended off by Graf. Goodell trying to win it back for Tech. Keeping it in is Sean O'Connor. Eventually pops free to Goodell as he'll enter the zone and hit up Degli Umberto. This one a bit too far for Self, and Aiden Roy will bank it ahead. That's George Haynes back on it for the Hoyas. Haynes here, defenseman out of Greenwich, Connecticut, was looking for Self, finds him. Self looking to make a play, connects with his man Ben Epps. Epps cuts to the slot, turned over to Goodell, and now Zach Keschner having some trouble with the stick, but back in Georgetown's control. Here goes Anthony Petrick, sticked aside to the far corner by Graf. Put back in deep. Petrick centering feed. It'll pop free to the line, and Keegan Goodell, who's able to get the clear for Tech. This one deflected into the penalty box, and so a neutral ice face-off will ensue. Nine minutes exactly on the clock here in the first period. 9-8 shots on goal in favor of Tech. This morning's game of Elon Richmond, back and forth, did not disappoint. Looks like we've gotten off to a good start here in Georgia Tech, Georgetown. Joshua Lee will put it into the zone. Jack Golick looks to make a play for Tech. Banked off the glass by Will Bystrom. Turns it over, Jack Golick, Little D Golick, and a great blocker save by Choi. Tech's not done as it's Cullen Dorcas. Now McLean Boyd through traffic. Golick trying to win that puck after being tied up. Cullen Dorcas looks to keep it in along the half wall. 2 players from both teams. Golick to Lee. Across for Boyd. Steps in. There's a shot denied by Choi. And he'll hold on to that rebound.
Great offensive zone pressure from Georgia Tech, but Georgetown is up to the task. They are playing pretty solidly defensively, especially along the boards, keeping it close, not letting anything in the middle open up for Georgia Tech.
We were just seeing a beautiful opportunity as Dorcas shot, big rebound available, and Choi's got it covered once more. But we just saw an excellent chance from Jack Golick there. Again, crucial member of the Tech top line, aerospace engineering major at GT. But out on the ice, last year's leading goal scorer this year just was looking for his 15th. Showed off the mitts there as well, driving to the net, and a phenomenal release. Matt Choi with a beautiful blocker save on him, and we remain knotted up at 0. Hoyas looking to enter the zone with Landon Wayne, cuts it back, his shot goes wide, back in front, off the side of the post, and this one collected by Cullen Dorcas. Dorcas across the blue, looks for an option, centering feed, no one there for Tech as Howe will pinch in. This one pops into neutral ice, Andrew Zhang back on it for Tech as he looks for an option, has his partner in McLean Boyd. Some good pressure there by F1 Jack Alieri, and it'll get to Cullen Dorcas eventually. Dorcas will spin back and look to connect with Pranay Prasanna. Flipped forwards and gloved down by Matt Kane. Kane with speed left side now. Good back check from Prasanna to win it back for the Jackets. Greg Steckel at the near circle, drops it off behind his back. Self looking for the clear. They'll backhand it with Matt Kane, and now some room with Landon Wayne. Wayne shot denied by Graff, and he'll hold on. 12-9 your shots on goal in favor of Tech with 6:47 left in the first. Back and forth start. Go ahead.
There's a little Freebird playing right now.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Olympic hockey just starting.
Hashtag Team USA.
Oh, yeah.
Big win over Latvia last night.
Oh, yeah. Of course, phenomenal to see NHLers back in the Olympics for the first time since 2014. But, you know, it's only, I guess, the round-robin stage in the Olympics. And it's the playoffs here in the ACC.
Oh, yeah.
So exciting times here in the collegiate world. Georgetown looking for some offense, trying to beat Graff for the first time this morning. A feed to Self from the goal line, looks to swat it in front. Pinching in Connor Lee, and a glove save made by Graff.
That was a great save. I had a good look from up here. That right side of the cage was looking a little open, but Graff gets the glove out there and makes a good stop. Ooh. Well, it's early.
You could see right there, yeah, maybe he had an angle like you were saying. A nice glove stop by Graff. Make it the 10th save of the game so far as compared to Troy's 12. That took a funny hop off of Aiden Roy, but ends up okay for GT that time. Georgetown's defenseman in control. Ryan Kaplan on it. Eventually will get it to Connor Lee. Looking for the home run pass there with Ben Epps. That negates the icing as Braden King looks for a breakout. They'll get it to Epps, right circle, drops it off. To the line it goes with Lee. Connor Lee, and a blocker save made by Graff. At the goal line, now near circle. Cutting it back there is Anthony Petrick. One-timer blasted wide. Connor Lee all over this offense from the point. Lee gets it back in the high slot, and it went wide. Another look for number 9. I was going to say 19. There he is again, and some good pressure from Matt Shane. who just scored his first collegiate goal back against Duke just 2 weeks ago. In the slot, a good back check from Shane as he'll flip it to safety, back with Austin Markva for Georgetown. Zach Keschner looks for Degli Umberto. This one ends up in the near corner, backhanded ahead to Anthony Petrick. Now below the goal line here, that's played by Alex Almeida, getting it back to Petrick. Petrick looks to break it out, connects with Landon Wayne, dropping it off. Andrew Fu drives to the net. A man available in the slot. Kick to safety by Boyd. This one pops into neutral ice, forcing the Hoyas to retreat. They'll look to regain entry once more here with Jack Alieri, as Alieri will give chase and feed it in front. That one misplayed by Tech, and a big hit there on Landon Wayne right in the slot. Keegan Goodell gets it ahead on the tape of Alex Almeida. Played up ahead, Fu will swat it in deep. Played around the end wall as Georgetown makes a full line change. McLean Boyd on it for Tech with 3:40 to go in the first period. A pass for Joshua Lee a bit too far. Lee will flip it ahead to safety. This one all the way down the ice. Tech makes a line change themselves. Here goes Self, looking to cut it back. Good stick check from Colin Dorcas. Dorcas looking to weave around the defenseman there as they'll connect eventually with Sean O'Connor. Graff will stick this one aside. It's Levi Miller on the backhand, getting it to Sawyer Howe. A cross-ice dish will eventually end up with Andrew Zhang. Zhang into the offensive zone on this one. George Haynes, some pressure from Golick below the goal line, out in front. Dorcas on the backhand, couldn't get the shot off, and the Hoyas will flip it down the ice to safety, but an icing called on the play. 12-1 shots on goal in favor of the Yellow Jackets. We said in the last game the shots on goal didn't really reflect the story of the game, but so far in this one, it has felt completely even, just as the shots would indicate. A really entertaining first period with 2:39 left. There's an offside called on the Hoyas. Yes?
Yeah.
Neutral zone face-off coming up. Colin Dorcas set to take the draw for Tech. As Georgetown will win it, they'll put it into the zone. Aiden Roy. There's a little weird play again involving Roy and Graff. Roy goes down, draws a penalty, and so the first power play of the game will belong to the Jackets. Heading to the box is the alternate captain, Will Bystrom, out of Long Island, New York. Has 4 points in 2 games played. See, it's a little difficult to find. You could see there a little bit of a trip. You know, I see alternate captain and I see 2 games played. I don't know if that's correct. We're trying our best with the stats
he could
here.
be coming back from an injury.
That could be.
You never know.
You never know.
It's club hockey. You never know.
Well, Georgia Tech starting this power play in the offensive zone. McLean Boyd at the line, across for Howe. Sawyer Howe surveying here at the far wing. Drops it to the goal line with Golick. Back up high, Boyd. Across to the near flank, Dorcas, and back with Boyd. Takes a shot, goes wide. The rebound available. And we have a stoppage of play here as the horn went off here at the ring.
I think they're having some clock issues because the penalty didn't start.
Oh, yes, I see. It still reads as 2 minutes here on the scoreboard.
So that was the scorekeeper, I think, trying to stop the clock so we could fix it real quick.
We'll see what ends up happening, how much time they take off. Oh, we were talking about after the last game. We wanted to see an official review or something in this one. We see some officials gathering right outside the rink here.
How much time passed, looks like.
A good opportunity for these teams catch their breath a little bit as they've just played a hard 18 minutes to start this one. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, this is a matchup between the number 3 ranked Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the number 6 Georgetown University Hoyas. So far in the ACC playoffs, play-ins last night, we saw an overtime 1-0 win for UNC Charlotte against James Madison. Appalachian State took down ECU 6-4 to punch their ticket to the quarterfinals. And then, of course, this morning, we just saw Elon take a 3-2 win over Richmond. After this game, we've got a couple of games in the SEC playoffs. First of the weekend, that's going to be entertaining. Alabama, South Carolina coming up next, followed up by Ole Miss taking on Auburn. Then to end the night, we got Virginia against UNC Charlotte. That is the late night game, and that's 7 o'clock, St. Joseph's versus App State. There's a little bit of a breakdown of our playoffs, and I see we have not finished the clock yet. Maybe now?
They're taking some time off the penalty. Running the time off the clock.
I think we did a good job of using that time. We're just about set here to get back into game action. 1:34 on the power play for Tech remaining. Georgetown wins that draw, looks to clear it. Sawyer Howe keeps it in. At the left point, now top of the zone with Boyd. Top of the right circle, Dorcas looks for the seam pass. Boyd lets it go. Stopped by Choi. The rebound pops free to Cullen Dorcas. Top of the zone here, protecting it on his backhand, now forehand. Looks for an option, drops it off to Howe. There's a little deke as he stays in control. Sauces it to Dorcas, plays it to the bumper there with Molnar as Jack Golick below the goal line. Dorcas and Molnar looks to dig it free. Molnar ends up with it, drops it off to Boyd. Boyd walking the line, sauces it over to Dorcas. There's a shot blocked in front by Ryan Kaplan, and there's the big Georgetown clear. 45 seconds remain on the GT power play. Cullen Dorcas, a backhand over to Ethan Molnar. He'll enter the zone. Molnar protecting that one. Lost control to Self as he'll get the clear with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. That's the Georgetown captain out of Toronto, Ontario. McLean Boyd takes a hit from him and some really nice work to kill off some time on the PK. One last opportunity for Tech to gain entry. Golick to Howe. Howe loads it up. Shot went wide. Dorcas looks to pick it up on the near side. Power play about to expire. Out of the box there goes Bystrom. Now Dorcas, a seam pass, and Howe's one-timer ends up wide of the goal. Howe back on it with 17. Howe, top of the zone, drops it off. Boyd cruising down Main Street, and a stop made by Choi. A phenomenal glove save. Final 5 seconds here. What a chance for Tech. That will conclude the opening 20. Number 3, Georgia Tech, and number 6, Georgetown, scoreless after one. What an exciting end to that one. How about that most recent chance for McLean Boyd?
Great chances on the power play. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, great save by Choi.
My goodness, Boyd had all of that time and space, and credit to him, he took it, walked right in, and a phenomenal save by Choi, getting just enough of that one. Looks like we're going to be going to our first intermission here coming right up. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Don't go anywhere because we've got an exciting middle 20 coming up next. Hi everybody and welcome to the second period of play between number 3 Georgia Tech and number 6 Georgetown University. It was a thrilling first 20 minutes of play despite no goals on the board. We have seen some phenomenal goaltending performances here this morning from all 4 goaltenders so far. Georgia Tech with 13 shots on goal. Georgetown with 11 themselves. It was pretty much just back and forth 5-on-5 hockey. We did see one Georgia Tech power play as Will Bystrom headed to the box with a tripping call at the 2:27 mark. But other than that, it's just been some clean hockey, really back and forth. We hope to see more of the same here in the second. Again, ACC playoffs, single elimination postseason. So both of these teams surely will be giving it their A effort here today. Cullen Dorcas taking this opening draw of the second period against Will Bystrom, and Dorcas wins it cleanly. The middle 20 now a go. Jack Golick looking to enter the zone, works into the zone from his left to his right, backhanded it ahead, and that one will look to connect with Ben Epps, but instead it's Dorcas. Connects with Sawyer Howe up the near wing. Howe looking to drive the goal on the backhand, now forehand, kicks it to himself. There's some pressure from Ryan Kaplan, and the Hoyas will look to break it out, but McLean Boyd on it for the Jackets. Boyd off the wall, hits up Jack Golick. He'll rim it around the end wall. Sawyer Howe there against Will Bystrom. A free puck available, unable to hold the line as Joshua Lee, and so that one deemed offside.
Just barely.
Yeah, I think it was really close. I think even Lee thought he might have kept it in as he went to attempt a shot right there as he thought he held the line. But neutral zone face-off coming right up. It's Fu against Dorcas, and Fu will win it. Georgetown looking to start the attack with George Haynes. Levi Miller up ahead. Haynes back on it at center ice. Backhands it into the zone. It's Andrew Zhang for Tech. Zhang hits up Dorcas. Will play it ahead towards Golick, and Zhang up the near wing towards Sawyer Howe. Back in control of the Hoyas and George Haynes. Tape to tape there with Landon Wayne. Wayne all the way down the sheet, looking for an option in Fu. No icing as he was the first one to it. His centering feed, no one was home, but Sawyer Howe will get it back for GT. Howe around his own goal, has some trouble with that puck, looks to make a play. Staying with it, digging for it is Landon Wayne. Rimmed around the wall and held in at the left point there, Anthony Musari. Shot from there went wide, and some pressure at the near point. Levi Miller looks to break it out, was looking for Jack Golick. This top line has been out for quite some time. They're finally able to get a line change 2 minutes into the second period. Skating with this one is George Haynes. Andrew Zhang back on it for the Jackets. Zhang's going to curl up here and look to get it to Keshner. Picked up instead by Degli Umberto, the GT captain. And now in the high slot, that is Sean O'Connor. In down low here, they'll get it to Self. And a tight angle look. Graf was holding the post. It pops free to the slot, and a shot goes wide. Back in front, and Graf held the post and gobbled it up with the glove. That was a nice look there from Matt Kane, trying to put it back on goal. Kane listed as 3 points with 3 assists for 4 games played out of Manhasset, New York, as he was looking for what would have been his first, if that stat line is correct. At the right point, they'll put it back in deep. Aiden Roy gonna chase after it, pokes it ahead to Zach Keshner, takes a big hit from Matt Kane. Keshner stays with it, and now Degli Umberto and Goodell. A D-to-D feed, and it gets to Austin Markva. Up ahead was looking for Kane. Some pressure, and Self is deemed offside, and so one more neutral zone face-off coming up just about 3 minutes into the second period, and it's been a little bit of a choppier period, I would say, than the back and forth in the first.
They're starting to get a little bit more physical, especially off the puck. Both of these teams, I mean, obviously we know the Georgia Tech team a little bit better, but they're both looking to be physical out here. Not a whole lot of finesse so far. It's just kind of been get it deep and kind of throw it in front and hope for the best. Not a lot of passing so far, but now just Georgia Tech with a few tape-to-tape passes, but yep, once again, they get it in deep. And
well, in an environment like a playoff game, you definitely want to be playing smart hockey, and I would say dump and chase is a very safe way to play the game. Just apply the pressure, force the turnovers. Both of these teams electing to play that way. And we've seen, not just in this game, but also the Elon Richmond one before, a lot of just these almost blind passes to the back door right out in front, just as you just mentioned. So keep an eye out always on the area surrounding the crease, as you never know what might happen there. The Hoyas look to break it out and went a bit too far, and so Aiden Roy connects with Prasanna, too far for Molnar. And now a beautiful chance there for Anthony Petrick. He had some trouble corralling it. Takes the shot, goes wide. Now a chance for Ben Epps. Laying the body was Will Bystrom, and now McLean Boyd lugging it. Boyd up the near wing, tries to work around his man George Haynes. Troy will play it behind the net. Boyd tried to bank it off him and in. It's Greg Steckel on the near wing. A centering feed there. We just talked about it. Watch that low slot. Off the glass it goes. Colin Chambliss looking to keep it in. Steckel was the intended recipient of that pass, but Will Bystrom 2-on-2 for the Hoyas. There's a shot blocked by Boyd, and a huge hit on Joshua Lee there. Puts it back in Georgetown's control. Now back with Tech and Colin Chambliss. Matt Choi looking to slow down the trajectory of that puck. They'll get it eventually to Austin Markva, as it's a 2-on-2 battle with Chambliss picking it up. Now a big hit there from Alex Almeida on Ethan Molnar, and they'll connect eventually with Jack Allieri. Too far there for Landon Wayne, and so McLean Boyd gonna pick it up. Some pressure from Andrew Fu as he'll look to dig it free. That one played down by Jack Allieri, and Graff will freeze the free puck. Now, I also thought I saw you, Carter, there. I thought that one was played with the high
If
stick.
a Georgetown player had touched it, I'm sure they would have blown the whistle. But it goes straight to Graff, and he freezes it. And now we've got an offensive for Georgetown. Face off.
Well, it is a big situation. I know you just said, you know, if it was going to a Georgetown player, it'd be blown dead. And now Georgetown has an offensive zone draw, which they just won cleanly. Now with Jack Golick for the Jackets. Below the goal line, it's Lee. Now in the skates of Golick, right back to Lee. Around the glass, it's picked up by Sawyer Howe. Gets it to Cullen Dorcas across the red line, and now the blue. He'll cut it back at the left point, swing it to the far wall. Jack Golick on the backhand, and a kick save made by Matthew Choi. Dorcas digs it free. It's Golick. Banks it off the wall. Lee, one-timer. Traffic in front prevented that one from going on target. Now to the near side it goes. Austin Markva for Georgetown. Dorcas for Tech. A backhand, stays with it himself. Dorcas behind the net of Choi. Lost control, and it's back in his skates. He'll kick it to himself in the far corner, protecting it on his backhand, getting it to Lee, sliding it across to Boyd. His shot glove down by Choi as Golick was in front, looking for the deflection. Little scrum ensues after that, as Georgetown thought he got a bit too close to their netminder, Choi.
I think the Georgetown player's going to the box. Yeah, he got, I can't see the number.
Looks like Almeida?
Oh, did they get Jack in a headlock? Yeah, they got Jack in a headlock.
Oh, yeah, Jack Golick there. Yeah, he was looking for the screen. Almeida, look, there's protecting your goaltender, but you want to be smart about it.
Yeah.
And the officials determined that was not the appropriate course of action that time. Now, they do have the GT box open.
Yeah, it is open.
Interested to see if they'll be sending someone there or if that's just for communication purposes. But nope, it looks like Jack Golick is heading to the box.
For getting put in a headlock.
Now Almeida's sending him a message from box to box. So it looks like the referees are signaling some roughing calls here. What most likely will be 2-on-2. Now, typically, look, in that situation, we saw the replay there. Let's see it one more time. Golick standing there looking for the tip in front. I'm not sure what you want Golick to do there. He instantly gets put in a headlock, and they get him for a roughing call. So we'll skate for a side. On the scoreboard here, they currently have the Almeida penalty listed.
I think they gave him a double or something. I'm not sure how that works.
For now, it's still listed as 2, at least on the scoreboard here at the rink. Well, they do get an extra man in the box, as that will be Anthony Petrick. So it will work out to be a Georgia Tech power play, but again, not too sure about Golick there, what he's supposed to do.
It's still a power play either way. I think Georgia Tech will be content with that.
Well, it's their second of the game here. Face off to the left of Matthew Choi. Dorcas to take it for Tech. A little tie up here. Keschner will dig it free, and here goes the GT power play. That's Boyd getting it to Dorcas. Give and go. Top of the zone. Pass read beautifully there by... That's Bystrom. Will Bystrom, little deke, short-handed, draws a penalty. What a look for Will Bystrom. The short-handed effort, and it's a hold on McLean Boyd. And so that will negate the Georgia Tech power play just 17 seconds in. That was a phenomenal effort by Bystrom. Beautiful read of the pass there. Let's take a look at the situation. What a deke to work around Boyd. The only way Boyd was not going to be beat was to get a little hand in there. And just like that, we'll skate for a side. It'll be 1:43 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Georgetown looking to get something going with George Haynes. Now look out for Ethan Molnar as he'll drive to the goal. Molnar on the backhand, couldn't get the shot away as it looked like Troy was down, just unable to put it on the target.
Actually, couldn't quite elevate the backhand.
A good look for Molnar there. He's got 13 points with 10 goals on the season in 23 games played. Another senior on this Georgia Tech team out of Hopkinton, New Hampshire. Joshua Lee plays it into that far corner. It's going to be picked up by Connor Lee. Lee up ahead, tape to tape with Self. Winning it back for Tech is Joshua Lee. Lee near circle, looks to make a play. Into the top of the circle with Dorcas. He'll pull it to his backhand below the goal line. Dorcas, far side now, looks for Howe. Great pressure by the Hoyas, and it's Will Bystrom back the other way, but a nice back check from Dorcas to get it to Lee. 30 seconds remaining here. Took a funny hop off the side of the net. There's a backhand, and it went into that far corner. Now walking in, little pump fake into the slot, and Graff, an aggressive save on Andrew Fu.
Like you said, aggressive play, but it works out for Ryan Graff.
Really nice stop there. It'll be his 13th of the game. Great goaltending for Graff. We'll take another look at that one, as it was a nice save and tight on Fu to keep it scoreless. Roy around to Braden King, another Yellow Jacket who had their first career goal against Duke a couple weekends ago. Here's a chance in the slot and a great right pad save made on Austin Markva. Now Fu Dagliamberto there, fresh out of the box, the initial penalty, and Matthew Choi will leave it to his man with 5 seconds left on the power play.
Great awareness there to flick it out with the remaining penalty kill.
Well, getting some space here is Jack Allieri. Now down low, a centering feed, they score! Landon Wayne right out in front, deposits it for the first of the game. 1-0 Hoyas halfway through. We just saw some crazy special team situations, but right after it all expired, take a look at this. We talked about that backdoor feed, and what a finish, making no mistake, beating Graff Glove's side. It's 1-0. Landon Wayne, the leading point and goal scorer coming into this game. That would be his 11th goal and 15th point in 12 games played out of New York City, New York. Now, we talked about Sawyer Howe for Tech with 5 goals against Princeton. November 9th, 2025, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points, and an 11-5 victory against the Tigers for Mr. Wayne. We're just about gonna reach the halfway point in this one. Georgia Tech, the number 3 ranked team, down to number 6 Georgetown. We'll see how the Jackets are able to respond. Molnar tries to dig it free, but there's some nice work there from Vaughn Sladoff, and a D-to-D feed between Boyd and Lee. Boyd off the end wall, connects with Joshua Lee, swings it back to Boyd as the defensemen content to just play catch for now. Ethan Molnar trying to take this puck himself, played ahead by Austin Markva, and back with Greg Steckel. Steckel across the blue line here, lost the puck momentarily, stays with it, and digs it down low. Chambliss was there for Tech. Sean Conley gonna chase after it. Instead, it's Ben Epps, and now Chambliss back on it for the Jackets. Connolly has Steckel in front, tries to get it to him. Steckel left circle, took a shot, went wide. Connolly right back in front, and played the other way there. That is Ben Epps looking to connect with Ryan Kaplan, Anthony Petrick. Now Epps behind the goal here, puts it in front. Epps still on it, now at the near side. Epps, Little Deke works it there to Petrick. A feed to the left point, and it's Musari. His shot blocked in front. One-timer sailed high and wide, and now at the right point, they'll keep it in with Markva. Steckel gets it out. He'll play it to the far corner. Sean Connolly engages in a race, and it's won by Bystrom. Right circle, give and go, Keschner, and a good save made by the right pad of Choi. This one goes all the way down, deemed an icing. Face-off coming back in the Georgetown zone. We talked in the pregame about Matthew Choi and his ability to come up large in big games so far this season. Here in his first playoff game against Georgia Tech, 16 for 16 halfway through the battle. Face off to his left here, Keegan Goodell puts it in front, a tight angle chance. Keschner doesn't get it to go. Another great stop by Choi. They'll make it the second game in a row as we engage in a media timeout, where we've got a goaltender with the C on their jersey. Very interesting situation. You tend to not see that a lot in hockey. Definitely not in the NHL, but look at that, 2 games in a row. 1-0 Georgetown here. I think the official goal call is not up on our live stats yet. Oh, we have it. Oh, I guess they made a mistake, put it in the first period. But it's Landon Wayne assisted by Andrew Fu. We talked about Wayne already. For Fu, that would be his 13th point in his 11th game played out of Bethesda, Maryland. We just talked about that Princeton game back on November 9th for the Hoyas. In that game, he recorded 2 goals, 4 assists, and 6 points against Princeton. So, back and forth game. These games this morning have not disappointed. Shots on goal 17-14 in favor of the Jackets, as we have just 14 seconds left in this media timeout. Thank you for joining us here on AAU Plus. The next game after this one, the first game in the SEC playoffs. It's the Alabama Frozen Tide taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Plenty of time still remaining in this ACC matchup, though. We'll resume play with a face-off to the left of Matthew Choi. Degliamberto set to take it against Fu. Degliamberto wins it. Joshua Lee and a stick save made by Matt Choi there, as Lee will hold the line and put it further in deep. Collecting this one is Connor Lee behind the net there. Lee reverses course, ends up with Ryan Kaplan, banked off the wall, a one-touch feed to Fu as he goes down but stays with it, gets knocked off the puck, and Levi Miller will alley-oop it to Zach Keschner. Keschner looking to stay with it, draws a penalty, and it's an interference call. Looks like it will be on Ryan Kaplan, and Georgia Tech is once again heading back to the power play. Their third of the game. We'll take a look at that penalty as Keschner was engaging in that battle. A sliding Kaplan prevented him from playing that puck, and so the interference call as a result. Now Georgia Tech had 2 power plays already, 1 full one killed off with a penalty 17 seconds in. We'll see what happens this time on attempt number 3. How down low? It's Golick. Molnar, he scores! Ethan Molnar, the power play goal, just 13 seconds in, and we're tied at 1. Beautiful execution there. Phenomenal passing. Take a look at this. All 13 seconds there for this Georgia Tech power play. You'll see they eventually work it in deep. I think that's Jack Golick, the usual goal scorer, who gets it to Molnar. A beautiful backhand feed to the bumper, and Molnar deposits it 5-hole for the 1-1 score.
And with that, I think we'll see a lot more of dump and chase. Both of these teams will be playing very conservatively. I don't want to say it now, but I think it's going to be a very low-scoring affair, as in, like, the next goal could be a game winner.
Well, we've seen that already in Elon Richmond. It was 2-2 after 1. No goals in the second. It took all the way until halfway through the third for the eventual game winner to be scored on the power play.
Thought it was going to be a barn burner after that first period, and then both teams went scoreless in the second, and then it took a 5-minute major by Richmond, for Elon power play to get that third game-winning goal.
And of course, Elon, if you're a team, you don't want to give up any goals. But only conceding 1 is not too shabby on a 5-minute major.
Yeah.
Ultimately, though, they were not able to beat our post-game interview guest, the starting goaltender there, out of Elon. What a game that was. Tight angle chance right off the draw there for Will Bystrom as the Jackets look to get it out. That one deflected out of play from Keegan Goodell. And so a face
souvenir for the one person who's in that section of the crowd.
As long as it made somebody happy.
Yeah. Who's watching over in the corner?
We just saw on the screen there that puck's just sitting on the floor.
Oh.
Someone's got to collect that. That is a playoff game-used puck.
Yeah. A lot of value there.
Indeed, indeed. Zach Keshner trying to lead the attack for Tech. A pass picked off by Andrew Zhang. He'll put it back in deep. Behind the net of Matthew Choi, Degliamberto gonna pick this one off. It pops free to the left circle with Keshner. Works it! They score! AJ Degliamberto, the Georgia Tech captain, immediately after the power play marker, gives Tech their first lead of the game. Wow, for Georgia Tech. What an answer to the Georgetown goal. What a finish. Top corner for Degliamberto. His 7th goal and 12th point of the season, assisted by Zach Keshner. Georgetown looking to respond here. Again, first season in the ACC for Georgia Tech. In the Fall Classic, the GT captain with 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Look at this 2-on-1 and Graf a blocker save impressively on Connor Lee. This one will pop out of the zone, but yes, 6 points in 3 games played at the ACC Fall Classic for Degliamberto.
Another souvenir.
The fans are getting so lucky now.
Tech fan grabbed that one. Oh, yeah.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Whose mom is that? 13. Keegan Goodell.
They're just putting all the goals in the first period. But that power play goal will add on an assist to Sawyer Howe. So a couple, both of Tech's huge goal scorers with the assist there. For Jack Golick, it's point number 27 on the season in his 24th game, as Georgetown will look to get the offense going. Sawyer Howe with point 28 in game 21. Plenty of speed for Joshua Lee. They'll stick that one aside with Matthew Choi. As Georgetown looks to break it out. It's Golick at the goal line. We'll drop it off, work it to the left point. Boyd will swing it across to Lee, and it pops free at center ice. Meanwhile, for Degliamberto, it's Zach Keshner with the only assist. That's his 18th point and 14th assist in 25 games played. Georgetown looking to respond there. One-timer and a pad stop made by Graf. Joshua Lee looking to connect ahead. Cullen Dorcas has Jack Golick with him. 2-on-2 situation. We'll just put it in the offensive zone. And Georgetown back the other way they go. Gaining entry here, working it towards Graf. He'll stick it aside. Puck off a skate right out in front. Collected by Matt Kane. Now down low on the backhand, now forehand. It's O'Connor swinging it in front. Jack Golick off to the races near wing. Golick looks for Howe. Sawyer Howe, what a deke, staying with it, and Choi, a great save. Golick draws a penalty. Another interference call on the Hoyas, sending Tech to their 4th power play of the game. This one is Austin Markva heading to the box for interference. We'll see there, great work by Sawyer Howe. Golick there just got shoved on the side of the play. And so Markva to the box for interference. Georgia Tech tied the game with the power play marker. We'll see what they can do here on attempt number 4. This one ends up in deep. And an opportunity for Georgetown to clear, but Molnar wins it back for Tech. He had a little bit of an angle. He'll stay with it and drop it to Boyd. Boyd across Dorcas at the far flank. Curls up, feeds the top of the zone with Boyd. Back to Dorcas, walking and shooting, and it was deflected by Golick in front, his own man, as he was screening Choi. The Hoyas looking for the clear right past Boyd, all the way down for Graff. And he'll swing it back to Boyd with 1:12 on the power play. Boyd cruising in, playing it into that near corner. First one to this is Ryan Kaplan, as he'll try to get a clear. Is able to clear it successfully, and so Graff will make a play. Swings it around his own net. It's Sawyer Howe picking it up with 50 seconds left on the power play. Sawyer Howe crossing the red. Little turnover, but it's Degli Umberto, and now Keschner keeping it in. Keschner goes down there. The Hoyas with their third clear of the power play. 35 seconds remaining on it. McLean Boyd has an option to his right in Degli Umberto. Off that wall, getting it to Joshua Lee. Now with Miller, as Degli Umberto will swing it into the zone. Laying the body there was Zach Keschner, picking it up, Joshua Lee. They send it to the right point with Braden King. Loads up a shot, blocked in front. Right circle, Lee, another block. Plays it to the goal line. Degli Umberto in front, cleared out of the zone, and that will do it for the Markva penalty. Just 2:10 remaining in this middle frame here. They'll stretch the ice, and it's Zach Keschner. Up ahead, connecting with Sean O'Connor, as this one played. Odd man rush for the Hoyas, and O'Connor plays it in front. Graff the save impressively there on George Haynes. Really nice execution of the odd man rush. A beautiful feed to Haynes there. Got in a bit tight, but still a really nice save for the GT netminder. We'll take a look at that once more. You see Haynes driving to the net, a beautiful sauce to get it to him. Haynes content just to redirect it on goal, and a really nice stop made by Graff. Colin Chambliss skates the other way for the Jackets here. Right circle, looking backdoor towards Matt Shane as he goes down. Puck available in that near corner. Chambliss joins, trying to dig it free. A couple representatives from both of these teams. Sean Connolly able to play it around the wall. Here goes Alex Almeida, cleared into center ice. Put back into the GT offensive zone. Banked off the half wall there. It's Jamie Self, the Georgetown captain, playing it all the way down. Andrew Zhang will get to it for Tech. Zhang looking to lead the rush. Some pressure there, keeping it in, is Sean O'Connor, one of the alternate captains for this Hoyas team. Final minute remaining here in the second period. A sauce over the stick of Sean O'Connor, and as a result, that's going to be an icing call on the Hoyas. As a result, we'll skate 200 feet for the face-off. Shots on goal, 21-17 in favor of the Jackets. 2-1 game here in the final minute of the second. Dorcas against Fu here on this draw. And looks like Fu wins it and played around to Sean O'Connor. King will hold the line, get it to Golick. Now King once more takes a shot. Troy might have gotten a piece of that one. Dorcas down low here, staying with it, looking for an option. Dorcas, King wants one, gets it over. Levi Miller puts it back in deep. Jack Golick in the far corner. Some pressure from Ryan Kaplan. It's Miller's shot and a blocker save, punching it away from Choi. Odd man rush, 2-on-1 for Georgetown. There's the feed across and too high for Andrew Fu to bat down. Georgetown with Jack Allieri centering feed, broken up, final 4. They put it back in deep. Braden King there for Tech. That'll do it for the second period. After Georgetown broke the deadlock, it's Georgia Tech responding with 2 of their own, 2-1 Jackets after 40. How about that answer? Back and forth we were playing. Georgia Tech, you're the higher seed. You concede the first goal halfway through. What does it say about the resiliency of this GT squad?
No matter what position they're in, they keep going. They keep pushing. It's a strong team. Usually they got some strong personalities. We know that from our history with them. Yeah, they'll keep pushing until the game is won or the game is done. I think we're going to have an exciting third period. Can't wait.
Yeah, 100%. And on the other side of the ice, we have Georgetown hanging in there with 17 shots as compared to Tech's 23. They're 1 shot away from tying the game up at 2. Of course, that'll have to come in an exciting third period. ACC semifinals on the line. We'll step aside for the second intermission. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you for the third. Welcome to the second intermission here. Georgia Tech taking on Georgetown in the ACC quarterfinals. We want to catch you up to speed with what's going on in the rest of the ACC playoffs, how the bracket is shaping through 3 completed games played. Last night, UNC Charlotte, a 1-0 overtime win against James Madison. Appalachian State took down ECU 6-4. It's Charlotte taking on Virginia here tonight at 9:45, and App State punched their ticket to taking on St. Joseph's at 7 p.m. This morning, Richmond, Elon took it 3-2 after a late goal, 10 minutes left in the third on the power play, gave them a 3-2 victory. They'll be advancing to the semifinals, the first team to make the semifinals these playoffs. Here, right now, Georgia Tech up 2-1 on Georgetown with 20 minutes to play. Well, this has been quite the exciting game. Again, another little bit of a low-scoring game, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been crazy in terms of the offense. The goaltenders have just been absolutely phenomenal. That said, we saw 3 times they were able to be beaten. It all started with Landon Wayne for Georgetown, assisted by Andrew Fu. Take a look at this goal. They feed it right into the slot as that's Wayne driving to the back door, receives the pass, makes no mistake. 1-0 Georgetown, just about halfway through. That goal scored at 11:23. Ethan Molnar on the power play there. A nice dish from Jack Golick. Just shortly after, AJ Degliumberto, the GT captain, finishes off a Zach Keschner feed to give the Jackets their first lead of the game. That is the current game-leading goal. That was scored at 6:29 of the second period. We've got 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in this intermission. Very excited to see what this third has to offer. We hope you'll tune in to see the epic conclusion and find out who punches their ticket to the semifinal. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Third period of play about to get started between number 3 Georgia Tech and number 6 Georgetown. Georgetown again up 1-0 midway through the second. Georgia Tech would respond with 2 quick strikes to give themselves their first lead of the game. Third period underway, a spot in the ACC semifinals on the line. We'll see how the final 20 plays out. Georgia Tech starts with this one behind their own goal. It's Colin Dorcas bringing it ahead. Some good pressure there from Georgetown, and that shot sticked aside. That was Anthony Petrick forcing the turnover. Sawyer Howe puck in his skates, put behind the net of Graff. It's McLean Boyd in the far corner. Boyd Little Deke there, staying with that puck, leaves it for Josh Rowley. The pass doesn't connect. It goes all the way down the ice. Dorcas trying to beat out that icing. He is not happy about that call, but the linesman calls it icing, and so it's coming back right next to Graff's cage.
Just a smidge behind.
And
there's a great view of Ryan Graff.
Well, it looks like they might have changed their minds a little as face-off coming up at center ice. Of course, the most important thing there in these icing situations, you want to protect the players. You don't want them to get into any bad collisions chasing after that puck. And so, always good to protect safety. If need be, you bring it back to center ice as we just saw there. So, no harm, no foul for Colin Dorcas. Zach Keschner into the zone. This one picked off by George Haynes. Pressure from the forechecking Jackets. It pops free into neutral ice. It's Levi Miller connecting with Zach Keschner. Drives to the circle, drops it off top of the circle. Goodell back down low. Keschner, little give and go. Miller backs up. Instead, it's Georgetown's Landon Wayne bringing that puck, splitting through the defense, puts it back in front off the stick of Graff. And now down low, Andrew Fu puts it in front, looking for a drive from the line. Instead, it's Zhang breaking it out and ends up with Austin Markva. Degliumberto looking to bring it into the zone. Instead, will backhand it in. Markva banks it off the wall, looking to hit up Sean O'Connor. Degliumberto in deep. It's Pranay Prasanna, lost an edge trying to get that puck. Now behind the net at the half wall, little one-touch feed. Ends up with Molnar, give and go to Steckel. Now King trying to swat it free. Banked up ahead, good hold at the line by King. Shot went wide and it's Pranay Prasanna on it. He'll reverse it to Molnar. At the half wall, Ethan Molnar loads one up and Matthew Choi makes the stop on him. Shots listed as 25-18 Georgia Tech. Likely that would be shot 26 from Molnar. A really nice outing for Matthew Choi here this morning. Oh, looks like we've crossed noon this afternoon.
There we go.
Started bright and early at 8 a.m.
My time of day.
Oh. Well, for all the ACC and SEC fans, 1 second, Ethan Molnar looks to drive to the net, puts it back in front. Choi's got it covered, and he'll freeze the puck. But yeah, to all the ACC and SEC fans, afternoon is also your time of day because we've got some amazing matchups coming up in the afternoon in the SEC. We've got coming up next Alabama, South Carolina, followed up directly by Ole Miss Auburn. Tie up here, brought to safety by Georgetown and poked ahead. A dish here, and that's Anthony Patrick. Takes a shot, and a right pad save made by Graff. Carrying it ahead, 2-on-1 for Tech. Molnar has Steckel his shot, denied by Choi. A great glove save. Back the other way go the Hoyas, loading that one up. Graff got enough of it from Bystrom as they look to drive the net once more. Graff had his stick down. The Jackets have some space to clear. Boyd's just going to flip it ahead, and it ends up at center ice with George Haynes. That one a bit behind Will Bystrom. A good poke from Bystrom, though, and he'll win it back. Bystrom has a man in Petrick on the far side. Instead, it's Joshua Lee back for Tech. One touch feed here. Beautiful toe drag from Landon Wayne. Put backdoor. No one really there. Looking to kick it ahead is Matt Shane. There's a shot from the right point from Haynes. Deflected into the near corner, and there's going to be a tripping call on Joshua Lee. Troy to the bench. Extra attacker on, as Georgetown looking to get on the board to tie it at 2. Bystrom in the high slot. There's a shot. Graff the save. He holds on, and a power play coming up for the Hoyas. There's their big opportunity. Shots listed 27-20 in favor of the Jackets, but as we said, that was Lee with the trip there. We'll take another look at it. Just trying to play that puck. Unfortunately for him, gets his stick caught up in the legs of Landon Wayne. Here we go for the Hoyas power play. This one immediately cleared 200 feet, forcing Matt Choi to play it ahead. Looks like Will Bystrom will be leading the attack for Georgetown on the power play. He'll drop it off here to Jack Allieri. Now entering the zone, Andrew Fu turned it over, and another clear for Georgia Tech. Choi will leave it off to Bystrom. The alternate captain surveying and looking for an option here. He'll drop it back off to Connor Lee. Connor Lee crosses the red line, now blue. Top of the left circle, drops it off for Fu. Back with Lee at the goal line. Banks it off the half wall, back with Fu. Slides it across, a one-touch feed. Keeping it in the zone was Connor Lee. Lee walking and firing, glove save Graff. The rebound available. Degli Umberto tries to get the clear. Instead, it's Allieri. Slides it across. Bystrom shot went wide. Back with Fu. On the backhand to the left point, and it ends up at neutral ice. A bit too difficult for Lee to handle. 50 seconds on the Joshua Lee penalty. They'll drop it off here and work it towards the goal line. Miller around the end wall. Picking this one up is Bystrom. Down low, Kane. Works it to the right point. Sliding it across to Fu. Fu lets it go, and Graff, a glove save over his right shoulder.
Yeah, that's an interesting technique, but it works for Graff. Oh, that scared me a little bit.
I was a bit nervous watching that one as well for him. But all that matters, you just make the stop, doesn't matter how. Yep. Holds on to the rebound as well.
A save is a save.
Save is a save for Georgia Tech. 33 seconds left on this Georgetown power play. They've gotten some really nice looks. Bystrom has been a phenomenal piece on this power play. We'll see what the Hoyas can do here. There's a shot blocked by Dorcas on the backhand, looking to clear it to safety, and he does. Too far for George Haynes. He'll regroup and collect. Haynes with 13 left on the man advantage. One last rush on this power play for the Hoyas. Connects with Anthony Petrick. Petrick below the goal line now. Joshua Lee about to come out of the box, and we skate 5 aside. They'll swat at right point. One-timer. Graff the save, the rebound. They tried to cross it over the goal line. Good, strong right pad stop for number 30. Molnar walks in, backhand across. They score! Molnar to Dorcas. What a finish for the top line senior, extending the Tech lead to 2. Carter, as you were saying, end-to-end action.
Doesn't get much better than that. A great save by Graff. We'll get a replay of the shot here.
What a feed over.
Incredible
once again
pass
to the back door, and it's Dorcas.
Yeah, once again.
Finishing it off. Cullen Dorcas entering tonight.
Are we
this
getting
afternoon.
an official review?
6 goals.
I think we're getting a review. I think they're reviewing
Oh, wow.
The attempt on the Georgia Tech end.
We'll see if maybe they were offside entering the zone.
Or that. I was thinking maybe they're saying the puck crossed the line. The goal is under review.
So it's probably an offside situation that
it would have to be.
At.
Definitely no goalie interference.
We'll see if we could go live to what they're taking a look at. Now, if the goal stands, it'd be Dorcas's 7th of the season with his 29th point in 25 games played. We could see maybe on that monitor. I guess they are looking at, did that puck cross the goal line?
I don't think you're going to be able to tell from there.
We could try the best we can. We're looking right at it. From this angle,
No.
I don't think that's enough to say it definitely did. The referee is back on the ice. No goal for Georgetown, and as a result, yes for Georgia Tech. 3-1 Yellow Jackets. 13:34 left in the third.
Now, was that a challenge or an official review?
I think official review.
Okay.
Our phenomenal graphics said official review.
It would be it would be a penalty otherwise, right?
Well, I've never seen anything like this at the ACHA level before.
This is some high-quality hockey we're playing today.
If we were in the NHL, I'd say absolutely, but I don't know. Lee's shot went just wide there. We'll see if we have the official call. And for now, it is Cullen Dorcas from Ethan Molnar. For Molnar, again, he's had himself quite a game. Scored the first goal for Georgia Tech on the power play back in the second period. Jack Golick here. Some pressure from Bystrom as Golick lays the body. Picked up there by Ben Epps. Sent 200 feet. Ryan Graff going to steer it around the wall. Golick a one-touch feed.
Great
looking
pass.
to connect with Sawyer Howe. Back the other way go the Hoyas and Connor Lee. A free puck pops free to Tech's defensive zone, and it's McLean Boyd saucing it right back to Joshua Lee. Up ahead, tape to tape with Dorcas, but he mishandled the reception of that one. And so Georgetown going to swing it the other way, but back in Tech's control. Keeping it in, it's Connor Lee. Works it down low. Fu was looking for the centering feed. It popped free into the low slot. They'll swing it across with a drive. Blocked in front and cleared for Georgia Tech. There's going to be an icing coming up on the Jackets. So Georgetown getting some looks in the offensive zone now. Once again, they're only down by 2 here with 12 minutes to go. 22 shots on goal. Need to keep on testing Graff. See what you can do. Face-off coming up to his left, it looks like. Or they're not sure as of right now.
There's players on both sides. Face-off in the middle.
Come on, do left so I can be right. It looks like it. Cullen Dorcas against Matt Kane. Tie up here. Georgetown with a chance, deflected out of play. Taking that shot was the captain, Jamie Self. He's made his mark on this one. Captain again out of Toronto, Ontario. That'll bring us to our media timeout. But while we have this break, let's talk a little bit more about that sequence of the Georgia Tech goal. We saw back on the Georgetown end, put the puck on net. That puck was trickling nearly across the goal line. They had a man at that near post trying to jam it in. That time it didn't work out, but it goes to show the importance of any shot's really a good shot. You never know what rebound will be available. And for Tech, back on the counterattack the other way, that's just beautiful execution of the 2-on-1. Molnar, dangerous goal scorer as well for Tech. You know, Choi saw him found the back of the net already in the second, so he was very committed to that shot. This time it's a feed across, and Dorcas makes no mistake to make it 3-1. Got 40 seconds left here in the media timeout, but both squads back on the ice as we're going to have this face-off. To the left of Graf, it'll be the captain, Degliamberto, who, if the score holds, would have the game-winning goal for GT. On the other side of the face-off dot, that's Liam Mulroney. Final 10 seconds of the media timeout here. Thank you all for joining us here for a great slate of ACC and SCC action here on this Friday. We're back underway. Georgia Tech looking to break it out. Keegan Goodell has Keschner with him, trying to connect. Zach Keschner right circle, his shot deflected wide, and back on it is Liam Mason. Goodell give and go with Keschner, put back in front. Degliamberto looks to win it back. Keschner one-timer from Degliamberto, blocked into neutral ice. Boyd up ahead was looking for Keschner. Swatted forwards, picked off by Lee, and instead it's Ryan Kaplan. They were looking to hit up Mulroney there. Instead, it went too far for him, and so an icing now on the Hoyas, bringing it back to the Georgetown defensive end. So we've seen a couple of icings here in these past few minutes. This time, it's Georgetown icing that puck. Face off to the left of Troy. Keschner across Levi. Miller's shot deflected into the protective netting, out of play. So the Hoyas, as a result, able to get a complete line change after they were unable to do so with the icing. Face off to the right here of Matthew Choi, won by Georgetown, and it's George Haynes. 2-on-1 battle in that far corner, picked up by Will Bystrom as he'll skate it to safety, backhanding it ahead. Levi Miller engages in a battle there. Good work from Anthony Petrick applying the pressure. To the left point, it's Sladoff. His shot ends up wide, and back in the far corner with Petrick. To the right point it ends up. Loading up a shot was Wayne. There was a deflection right out in front from Bystrom, but he had the face of that stick up to open, and so it sailed too high. 10:47 remaining here in regulation time. Georgia Tech up by 2, looking to punch their ticket to the ACC semifinals. Georgetown looking to claw their way back into this one so they can do the same. Shot there, seen all the way by Graf. He's able to glove it down and get a face-off coming up to his left again. And, you know, I just made a comment about the icings. It really feels like the pace of this one has slowed down a little.
Yeah, I would agree. Playing conservative hockey, Georgetown down by 2. At what point does Choi look towards the bench? You think 4 or 5 minutes?
Well, can't say I've talked to their coaching staff, but I always tend to be someone who prefers to pull the goaltender sooner rather than later. I'm a fan of that 5-minute mark.
In a win or go home situation, yeah, I would agree with that.
If you find yourself down 3-1 with 5 minutes to go, you know, you've only found the back of the net once to that point. We'll see if they could change that here. Ooh. What a look that was. Another chance. This time it's Petrick, denied by Ryan Graf.
We chatted about this during the break, but Ryan Graf is coming up with some big saves, making a case for player of the game.
You could see here his most recent one. Saw that one all the way. That's just a good positioning save for Ryan Graf.
Yep.
He's able to make that chest
Got
save.
A little bit fortunate that the first shot was whiffed on, but yeah,
Oh, that
he swallows
was
up the second one.
That was a beautiful feed over for an attempted one-timer. Gotta think high probability that one goes in if it's on target.
I think puck might have been out of bounds. I saw it looked like it hit like the corner of the stanchion on the bench.
Okay, so that would
either that or offside.
Well, no matter which it was, it's
Same
a neutral
outcome.
zone face-off. Linesman, though, well, maybe not, because they're really having a discussion about it. So maybe it's not the same outcome. Right in front of that Georgia Tech bench. Yeah, that they are really talking it up. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I love this song.
We got official review?
Official review.
Maybe?
Maybe to get the... Oh, it hit the ref.
Oh.
Hit him in the hand?
That makes a lot of sense. So, okay.
It's not an easy job being a ref. We've talked about this before.
We talked about this a lot this semester, but yes. This is a new approach to that conversation. The next chapter of why it's not easy. You're just out there.
It's a physical game. Ooh.
Oh, Aiden Roy's really shaken up behind the play, holding his head. There's a penalty coming up to Landon Wayne. Roy trying to get to his knees. We hope for the best for him. Hope he's doing all right. I wasn't too sure what happened there.
I missed
Do
it.
we have a replay of that? Scary situation there. See if they're trying to find a trainer.
Boarding. I think he got pushed back of the head first into the boards.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. It was in my peripheral vision, so I couldn't see it.
So they're reviewing this for a 5-minute major. It's a hit there from Wayne.
It's a good 2 feet from the boards. Oh, they're looking for a contact in the back of the head.
That's also a hit towards the numbers of the jersey. Not directly on it, but
he was turning, and therefore, yep, in the numbers.
Referee's quick review of this one. We'll see the call.
Refs have been great this game so far.
Yeah, I would say so. They've managed the game very well. We haven't seen any kind of explosive activity in either game here this morning, so they've got a handle on these.
Looks like it's a 5-minute.
Not only that, looks like Landon Wayne might be done for the afternoon.
Well, with a 5-minute penalty, you'd only have 4 minutes left of game time anyways, and...
Now, Georgetown was doing a nice job trying to get back in this game. A 5-minute major really kills off a lot of time. You know, only 9:23 left. You cannot let Tech score any goals here. And then you'd have 4:23 to score 2. That is, of course, unless you can generate a good shorthanded rush.
This is very similar timing on the 5-minute major to the Elon Richmond game we just watched.
That's true. Totally different situation there. It was to break the deadlock at 2. Tech looking for some insurance here. Dorcas half wall, tight angle shot, stopped by Choi. He'll hold on to the...
Save.
I guess there was no rebound as he just made a nice chest save. That would be shot number 29 for Tech as compared to 26 for Georgetown. Face off to Choi's left. A tie up here. Molnar looks to dig it free. Ends up with Jack Golick below the goal line. To the right point, McLean Boyd. Surveying here on the backhand. Gets it to Dorcas. Dorcas down low, Golick. Give and go, Dorcas. Looking up high with Boyd. reverses right back. Dorcas through the seam, but that pass broken up well. Boyd keeps it in with his left skate, puts it on goal. Well, that was a deflection by Golick, but a high stick called. They wave it off immediately.
I was about to say mirror image of the Elon goal. Also on the 5-minute major.
Crazy. Let's see here if that was a high deflection.
Oh,
That's
just
a good call
shoulder
there from the referee. Immediately blew it dead. Or waved it off.
Another great call by the refs.
Hats off to them. Hats off. I didn't even realize we just talked about the same situation. Another deflection that would have been. Well, we're going to have an answer to your question from earlier, it looks like.
Are they reviewing it?
Because there's your answer.
There's a challenge.
There are challenges.
Might as well take the risk because you've already got a power play, so I understand the IQ here.
Coach Roberts electing for that one. It's an interesting call, right? Because you're up by 2. If you just let it go, you hope for your team. You don't want to give up a shorthanded goal. That would bring you down to around 4.5 minutes.
Looks like a quick review. I think they're going to stick with calling the ice. We'll see.
Yeah, that was very
if they assess
quick.
A 2-minute minor, because I believe it's a delay of game if you have an unsuccessful challenge. But we'll see if that's the... Yeah. And
well, maybe not here.
Okay.
It looks like we're skating 5-on-4.
Yep. Interesting.
So, challenge from Coach Roberts. Unsuccessful. And so we remain a 3-1 score with
might be a
8:26
case
left.
where you get like one free challenge. I don't know. I'd have to look up the rule on that one.
We definitely need to figure that one out. Sawyer Howe looking to enter the zone here at the right point. That's McLean Boyd putting it in deep to Jack Golick. Golick far side here. Has some pressure. Pops free to Molnar. On his backhand works it up high with Boyd. To the near flank, Dorcas. Toe drag lost the handle. Picked up at the bumper by Molnar. Little drag himself and he sails it high. Right back in front. Looks for Golick and now Dorcas here. Little feed to the bumper once more. Too far for Dorcas. Georgetown looking to spring a shorthanded bid. Here's Connor Lee. A path to the net on his backhand. Lee in front, and they tried to connect with Andrew Fu. Right back the other way goes Jack Golick. Golick drops it off Dorcas. Slows the play down, works it to the right point with Boyd. Back to the goal line with Golick as he surveys. Near side Dorcas, top of the zone Boyd. Right back to Dorcas, top of the right circle. Give and go with Boyd here. To the far wall it goes with Howe. A seam pass for Dorcas doesn't connect. Dorcas, some pressure there. Pops free into neutral ice. 2:37 remaining on the 5-minute major. Dorcas gaining entry there. They say it was a clean play, and so Degliamberto will get it to Joshua Lee. 2:21 on the clock here on the 5-minute power play for Georgia Tech. It's Sawyer Howe gaining entry. Howe, a couple nice deeks on the forehand, couldn't get a shot away. And this one not held in, but a good effort from Joshua Lee. Looking to strip him of it is Jamie Self, but Lee comes away with it. Self draws the penalty there on Lee, and so he'll be heading to the box.
It looks like 2 minutes are left on the Georgia Tech penalty as well. So we'll either just be 4 or even.
Well, there's a little glimmer of hope that Georgetown needed. All thanks there to Jamie Self Really nice work, short-handed there. He's able to get Lee to trip him up just a little bit. 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. There really won't be a Georgetown power play, but obviously this is a much better situation than being...
They're half a second apart.
Yeah. A much better situation if you're Georgetown than being down 5-on-4.
Yep, absolutely.
6 minutes of game clock remaining in regulation time. Zach Keschner, far wall, drops it off. King shot, trickling towards the goal. Ends up wide. They look to put it back in front. Playing it the other way is Matt Kane. Kane crosses the red, dishes it there to George Haynes. Right back in front, and a good stop by Graff. I believe that was Anthony Petrick with the shot. .113 left on the original Georgetown penalty. 1:14 on the Lee penalty for Georgia Tech. Face off to the right of Graff here, as it's Cullen Dorcas looking to bring it to safety. Little chip to himself, has Molnar with him as he was trying to do the exact same play that Molnar set him up with. Back the other way go the Hoyas. To the left circle, plays it in front. A phenomenal look for Andrew Fu, but it went just wide. They'll look to play it back in front. It's Ethan Molnar trying to bank it to safety for Tech. Ends up at neutral ice with Will Bystrom. Connor Lee. Cross it goes, entering the zone. Ryan Kaplan here. Ends up with the defenseman, Austin Markva. Markva looking to cut it back, connecting with Fu. Andrew Fu gets knocked off the puck by Andrew Zhang, and back go the Jackets the other way. Zhang 1-on-2, some good pressure by the Hoyas. For Georgetown, Anthony Museri. Entering the zone here, that's Matt Kane. Stripped by Dorcas, and here he will go. Cullen Dorcas weaving through, staying with it as Tech gets 3 fresh bodies on. We skate 5 aside, 4:19 to go, and we'll keep an eye out on Matthew Choi. Georgetown puts it in the offensive zone. Collecting this puck is Matt Kane. Pops free, and it's McLean Boyd getting it to safety. Ends up in the near corner. Collecting this one is George Haynes. Haynes off the wall. Looking to tap it in the zone was Matt Kane. Now Zach Keschner leaves it with Joshua Lee. Lee below the goal line here. A battle ensues with him and Haynes. A little turnover here to Keschner. Shot from the line. Sticked aside by Choi as it's Keegan Goodell. Pressure here. Zach Keschner at the half wall. Looks to float it in front. A rebound available. Georgetown moves it the other way. Choi looking to the bench. He'll remain in the crease with just 3:19 left on the clock. Zach Keschner up ahead. Some pressure, and it's Alex Almeida. Across it goes. Up ahead, connecting there, but a bit too far. And back with Alex Almeida, but that one deemed offside. Matthew Choi now about ready to head to the bench. He'll remain on the ice for now. But you just saw him cruise his way towards the bench. If they win this face-off, get in the zone, more likely than not, he's going. They'll gain entry here, right circle, stopped by Graff, punched aside. Choi remains in the crease. They'll put it back in front, deflected aside. McLean Boyd looking to dig it free. Sawyer Howe with Cullen Dorcas and Jack Golick. They'll connect with Golick now. Golick leaves it for Dorcas. Give and go. The deflection from Golick ended up wide on the glove side. That's Sawyer Howe trying to dig it free. Dorcas puts it below the goal line. Picked up by Alex Almeida as he tries to get a clear. Nice stick work from Jack Golick to bat it down. King on goal, stick to side by Choi. Golick with some pressure. Howe's going to collect. Put back in front, no one home for Tech. As there's a battle behind the net between Almeida and Golick. Golick not happy about that one, but we remain 5 aside. Choi to the bench, extra attacker on for Georgetown. Too hard for Golick to handle. Georgetown looking to keep it in. It's Braden King flipping it all the way down towards the empty net.
Oh, what a
great effort preventing that one from going right back in front from Howe. Doesn't go. Now Dorcas look. Georgetown all the way back with a minute 40. And they're going to survive that opportunity.
Oh, that was like Kachuk in the finals. Was that last year or the year before?
Last year, yeah.
That was last year? Okay.
At the... I for some reason was thinking about the Four Nations thing, but you mean his play in the Stanley Cup final.
Was that 2 years ago?
Oh, that's a good question.
It may have been.
I want to say 2 years ago.
Because I didn't watch much of last year's.
Let's
take a look at it, though.
George Haynes, take a bow for that effort. Woo. Oh, my, coming all the way back to prevent that one from going in.
His save percentage is perfect.
Absolutely perfect for George Haynes. Face off to the left of Ryan Graff with 1:28 remaining. Joshua Lee leaves it to Levi Miller. Again, Choi not in between the pipes. He's on that bench. Extra attacker on for Georgetown.
I think if you're Georgetown, you just got to hope you win it clean. Nope, he's coming out. Choi's back in his crease. Or will be.
It is, of course, a dangerous situation if you lose this draw.
Right.
And so I guess they're playing it a bit more conservatively. They'll win it.
They win it.
And it's George Haynes sliding it across. Choi ready to head to the bench, and there he goes. Picking it up is Andrew Fu, rimmed around the wall. A phenomenal save to keep it a 2-goal game.
Refs did a great job of breaking up that scrum.
Very quickly.
They are on it today.
I think for Georgetown, that was a great look. That puck may have been free still, but the referee lost sight of that one.
It was hard to tell. Both teams were in like 5 square feet of each other.
For sure. 26.1 remaining in the third. They win it cleanly, and the shot deflected into the far corner to the right point, loading up a shot blocked by Degli Umberto. They'll blow the play dead. There's a man down for Tech in McLean Boyd. Looks like Zach Keschner and Jack Alieri heading to the box for roughing calls. 16.4 left in regulation time. Take a look at how that unfolded. You see them engaging in that battle there on the left side of your screen. And yeah, good call by the referees there. .4 left in the third. Georgia Tech up 3-1 on Georgetown. Face-off won by Tech. Andrew Zhang works it to the left point. Walking and shooting one, blocked in front. Degli Umberto towards an empty net. The captain off the iron!
Oh,
no. It doesn't matter, though. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets have punched their ticket to the ACC semifinals tomorrow night. A 3-1 victory over number 6 Georgetown. Their first ACC playoff win in their first season in the conference. This was just like the previous game this morning. Bit of a low-scoring affair, but back and forth action. Not tonight. Here with this game, it started with Georgetown getting on the board halfway through the game. That was Landon Wayne, assisted by Andrew Fu, with the backdoor goal. Georgia Tech would respond with Ethan Molnar on the power play just 3 minutes later, assisted by Golick and Howe. A minute after that, the captain, A.J. Degliumberto, the game-winning goal for GT, assisted by Zach Keschner. And there in that third period, Colin Dorcas finishes off the 2-on-1 set up by Ethan Molnar. What'd you make of this one, Carter?
It was a great battle by both teams. Georgia Tech just comes out on top. A few more shots, a few more opportunities, a little less time in the penalty box, and that really ends up being the biggest difference in this matchup, at least on the stat sheet other than goals.
Now, Georgia Tech had quite a few power plays very much early in the game. I think by the time they scored on the power play, it was their third, and I think they would get a fourth shortly after that. So special teams making the difference, getting them on the board with Ethan Molnar.
Just playing disciplined hockey.
Absolutely, and that's a very important thing here in the playoffs. Are we going to cut or go straight to... We'll step aside for a moment here as Georgia Tech, a 3-1 victory over Georgetown. Might have an interview or two for you after the break. Don't go anywhere. All right, everyone, we're just wrapping up here at the conclusion of Georgia Tech Georgetown. It's number 3 Georgia Tech with the 3-1 victory over number 6 Georgetown. We just wrapped up the game a little bit with the scoring. No interview here with coach or a player, but I wanted to talk a little bit about key players from the game. For Georgia Tech, hard to not like Ethan Molnar there with a goal and an assist. Of course, he had the game-tying goal and then set up the insurance marker as well with the 3-1 finish. Ryan Graff, looks like they took out the shots on goal, but of course, his first ever playoff game, only 1 goal against. Really impressive for the freshman goaltender. I mean, we've been saying it all morning. The goaltenders have really shown up. Matthew Choi had himself quite the game as well. And although he got tossed by the end of it, Landon Wayne with the goal for Georgetown, very impressive as well. That'll just about wrap up this one. Thank you for joining us here on AAU Plus's coverage of the ACC playoffs. Coming up next, it's the SEC playoffs getting underway with Alabama taking on South Carolina.